maybe gesturing for... to hold hands.
I want to attack.
Okay. Hmm.
Marshall?
Yeah. Fighter, ranger, barbarian, the ones that more specialize in martial combat over magic. Magic is a secondary. It's always maybe.
I'm gonna test my skills now, see if I'm fully awake.
I'm gonna go unlock my door, make sure my roommate can come in, and either try to find something to eat or grab a monster. Breakfast champion.
My ears. Okay.
Right back.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, Harpoon, how are you gonna kill him? I need to know.
Alright, so a random fireball suddenly...
All right, amazing. I'd be basically just bolting out with the silk belt.
uh... Wait. Here. Alright, we'll be right back. Twitch. Things.
Executing them is way easier than turning them into statues. But if you're not going to execute
All right, so I was kind of thinking that we could do a session of us just, kind of like a small background session, like
Oh, I'm down for that.
yeah, it's like what happened 4 years ago from now, or like what we could just play through what started each of yours adventures, in
I'm
becoming
actually down.
an adventurer. Sounds good.
I'm down for that. If you want me to make something up right now, I can make something on the spot.
Yeah, yeah, just give me like a small idea of like what were you doing before you were an adventurer. You know, you're probably 16, 15 years old. Did you have a job, a part-time thing?
I think it was most likely that in the event of a doppelganger, and the same thing as how Sahar said it, that I guess we were an endangered species and humans hunt us down. I was like wandering as basically a naked human male, which the person I took care I basically took shape of just wandering around in the forest,
Mm-hmm.
becoming a monster, basically like like the whole myth between like Bigfoot and everything,
Gotcha.
where it's like a human and then just a constant change of a monster, so like anyone who gets near me just gets terrified.
Okay.
I was thinking of that. And then why did I immediately think this scenario? Because this is, do you know To Your Eternity?
Not really.
Okay, well it's an anime that I literally was just comping right now. Holy shit, I didn't even notice that. It sounded familiar, that's why I was just like, holy shit, I'm copying an anime.
That's all good. I
Mm.
literally do that all the time in my campaigns.
No, yeah, because then I was gonna say that someone actually teaches me how to do stuff, and I was just like, that sounds really familiar to an anime I watched.
So you're basically just a wanderer who, wanders around like a local wood?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's bring you guys to a world map here.
And then a few years, I'd start experimenting on random stuff, basically like hitting rocks with sticks, hitting food with sticks like that.
Okay.
And that's why I tend to like just randomly throw stuff together. Hence the crystal in the leg of that, in the leg of the dragonoid spider.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you can pick a spot on the map. Probably anywhere's lower than Warrensburg is probably a safe place for not, for being a naked man. No clothing.
The fuck did I walk in on?
Just talking about naked men, apparently.
Yeah, we're talking about Nico then.
Alright, so I have determined that we could do a session of talking about what you guys were up to before you were like an adventurer and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where was the limit of where I can be? Because since I was a
Anywhere
widow.
that isn't white.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it would be around 4 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere's around. I mean, you can. I'm just giving a destination, or like I'm just giving an idea of like maybe it's 4 years ago for you. maybe it's,
Oh, okay.
you know, you can pick
If it
a.
was like years, and probably it would be like somewhere a little bit far away, or it's like if it happened months ago, then it would be like. I think it's gonna be more along the lines of Aura Marsh. To get that setting of a monster setting in.
Okay. Okay, just need to look at something. Pick a year and date, I suppose. Or sorry, pick how many years ago, and we'll just determine what the date is.
Yeah, I say 2 years, not too long ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah. Because I would have developed the body enough to learn and how to do stuff
Okay.
before coming to that tavern.
And Sahar, I do have sort of an idea for you. You know, kind of like an origin of
Okay.
if you like the idea. Let's see. It would be something like you're in an ancient fortress or something, and some guys uncover you, and that's where we can begin.
Okay.
Unless if you have any other ideas. That's what I was thinking.
Well, talked about it in the past. I'm going to play as though I don't have much memory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Because that allows for more open-ended story and on your end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this would be something like it's only like a couple years ago, you know?
At some point, I either it happened since I awakened, or I have memories of fighting in a legion. Because remember,
Yeah.
I have already stated that in the actual game.
Yep.
So either that could be since then, or you could have that be like memories that I have. Like, I have a dislocation of time. Because technically Warforged are ageless.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be like, when I think of like fighting on the front line in the battles, that could be like memories from ages ago. But since I was dormant for so long, I can't tell I have a dislocation of time.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
Okay. And then in the future, I may even play like a couple of things like that. Like, we might go to a big town, and I might like go visit like the older part of town, or go someplace and go to like an old dilapidated church and stuff like that, because I remember going there like 100 years ago. You know, like how you have that muscle memory, you used to go someplace constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for like a hook in the future. Because right now we're just talking, we're not actually like role playing.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the future, if you want to do something like that, we can, and then it'd be like our playing to the whole fact that time is different for my character.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, just because I have it up, like, I'm looking at the screen, like, go to, like, what is it, Avondale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember when that was just, like, a ham. Or something along those lines. I remember when it was just first founding or whatever. Or, like, I say that because on your map, that looks like it has a big capitalized letter name.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's an older town.
Let's see.
Something along those lines, like, nothing looks the same anymore.
Yeah.
So I see humans and stuff like that as, like, they breed very quickly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But God wills it.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, hell, if you really wanted to, you could have Gid be someone that actually knew me from a while ago.
Wait, who? What?
You don't remember Gid, do you?
No.
Gid is the gnomish wizard that's researching crystals.
Oh.
Remember I handed him the crystals?
Yeah.
Because I want to turn that log into a shield.
Yeah.
Or, depending on what the crystals can do, I might turn it into something else. But I do want to make armor. But yeah, because they live for a really long time, and you said he's old, it has something about him like his grandfather told stories, or something along those lines. If you want to make me that old.
Mm-hmm.
I think here, I'm scrolling. I think I initially made my character, yeah, my character's age is, he can recall 35 years. So I made his age 35.
Okay.
But, like I said, the whole dislocation of time, if you want, you can have it to where... You said there's not many Warforged in your world, and I don't want to write the lore for all the Warforged in your world to where it would influence other players. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's see. I'll give you
I don't want to limit
this.
somebody.
If... Okay, Alright, give me this, how long you've been wandering ever since you're awoken. You've awoken from,
35 years.
35 years?
Yeah. That's why I say I can recall 35 years.
Oh, okay. And then before that, it's all blank slate. Okay.
Well, as I get closer to, like, the awakening, like, I can remember the awakening day. But I really can't remember much before that. It's like... It's not that the memories aren't there, it's almost like...
No, so,
I can't
when did
access
you first wake up? Like, so, like, we're gonna say, like, there's a point when, you were first made, and then, you're active. And then suddenly there's, like, a time skip, and you're not too sure what happened between there, and then you awaken again, you know what I mean? When was your second awakening? So, like, that's, like, when you started here.
Okay.
So, how many years in between that and this?
Well, let's go 15. 15 years is a good
Okay.
point. It allows me to have traveled a while, developed my uniqueness, but with being a wandering, unique asset of the church, of the Great Six, I'm still picking up on human-like culture.
Yeah.
That's why I still speak very, not robotic, but militaristically inclined.
Okay, I'll give you this. So, you think it's very... So, you may have wandered, and during your 15 years, ever since you were, reawoken, you found some Warforged, but they're not built like you. From what you remember, every Warforged was, built more like you. Adamantine was, super special. Was it... The Warforged were more built, for being a militaristic meaning, I guess.
They were more meant for frontline combat. They were like the Royal Guard,
Yeah.
They were meant for combat, but with being built like me with the adamantine, it wasn't like a disposable troop.
Yeah. So, and then now you're walking around, you're trying to, remember everything, and you look around, and you see one or two every now and then, and, sometimes they hang around, and you can say hi again, but you've never seen another like yourself, of, full adamantine.
Okay. I'm up from a bygone era.
Yeah.
I've probably also had some run-ins with bandits and stuff like that, because adamantine is super expensive.
Yeah. That would most likely be the case. People, they see some fancy old, Warforged walking around by themselves, and they probably underestimate the capabilities of, a defensible tank, basically. A walking tank. So that's the sort of idea that I have for you. You're okay with that?
Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, I told you when it came to my backstory, I was going to be a little more lenient on this character because it's your world and Warforged are rare. So what you do with this character for its backstory will define how other Warforged are used in your future campaigns in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
So that since it's your world, I want you to be more in control. I mean, if I wanted to, I could go the whole, I could go either way. I could be literally, I am a gift from the god. And that's why I made out of adamantine, is I was molded like clay, but out of the hardest substance from the crafting god. Or I could go the other route and be I'm actually from the Deadlands, and I was a lord in the Deadlands looking into immortality and used a soul jar to put myself in a living statue. But unfortunately, in the process, my body couldn't handle the stress of not being able to eat, drink, breathe, feel, and it caused my mind to fracture, and that's how Sahar came into being. And so I have the dual personalities, and Sahar is the dominant personality. I could go the evil route that way, but that stuff does put more defining. If I do the God's creation way, then that kind of says that I am a divine being, and that no one character should have that type of backstory. And going the whole immortality route, that allows that option to exist characters in the future, and then you have to figure out how characters would be able to do that.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to limit your world in any way, because this is your world. It's building your backstory, it's fun, doing awesome shit, but I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone else that wants to play Warforged in the future, because I decided to be different.
I getcha.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
I leave it up to you for most.
15
I just have the
years.
personality of Sahar. He lives by the tenets of the church, because that's what gave him guidance when he was lost.
Mm-hmm.
An act of charity in troubling times. I'm going to play it off that I don't know if you want me to roleplay this or if we're just talking. But when I was awakened, I was in an inert status. I didn't have much health. It wasn't until they restored me that I was able to move again.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who restored me was the church. I kind of look like a solid adamantine statue of a warrior. The crafting gods were commissioned to, or not the crafting gods, the church with the, can't remember his name, that does the actual craft. It was crafting and necromancy is what you said with domains. But for some reason, I don't have my note. I don't even know where I have the notes for the initial stuff that I wrote down. Thought I had it on my character sheet, and I don't. For the name of the god and stuff like that. Alright?
Yeah.
And when they restored me, I was alive. I could see what was going on, but I couldn't move. For some reason, when I was in the ancient complex, the ancient tomb, the ancient citadel, whatever, I was inert.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Inert is what happens when a Warforged hits 0 HP. They don't die. They literally just lose all ability to survive. Like, they shut down.
Yeah.
It's like sleeping. Except for we can't control it. So, I mean, we do have an ability that allows us to heal 1 HP. If we're brought to exactly 0 HP, we automatically heal 1 HP and can do 1 action, either move or a standard, which allows us to basically fight as though we're falling apart. But I was completely inert. I didn't wake up until I was in a church being repaired. I kind of could sense what was going on around me, but it's kind of like that sixth sense feeling. I didn't have smell, I didn't have taste, I didn't have true hearing, I didn't have sight. I could just sense what was around. I could sense that I was getting moved somewhere. Time didn't really play much of a matter. I would move, and then not move, then move, then not move, then I'd feel like the warmth of what would seem like sun, and then cold again, and warm, and then cold for a long time, and then eventually I would feel the dampness. So literally, I could come from anywhere from the complex which I was discovered.
That makes sense. All right. Yeah, I like that. Let's see.
But I would prefer to start in whatever town when I awaken. Whatever town houses the god of crafting and necromancy. You know how like Gilmore had the goddess that was in the Vials, or the Pixie Wilds, or
Oh,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Her holy site was nearby, and then her church was primarily dedicated in Gilmore. The god that I directly get my powers from, the necromancy and the crafting god, whatever town he has a holy site nearby is the town I would like to actually wake up in. Wherever that would be.
Hmm. Who would be?
So,
It
not
wasn't
to
a
be
Drake. It
stereotypical,
wasn't a Draconic god, was it?
I worship the Great Six.
Yeah. Or did you already have?
I worshipped, when I created my character, I said I wanted to worship a god that was magic and either life or death.
Oh, gotcha.
And the reason being is because I wanted to do a cleric that was a necromancer cleric. Because the whole fact of him trying to figure out life, because life is different in his eyes because he's a living statue. All other living creatures need to eat, drink, and breathe, but he doesn't. So that interested him. Why did the gods allow some races to have to struggle to just get basic food? But like him, he doesn't need that. Why weren't all races made this way? And that's what got him interested into like medicine and stuff like that. Is because he can do things that others can't, but people do things that he can't. And so rather than him going with his only memories that he has before his awakenings were all from like battlefield.
Yeah. So I was thinking
War
it
zone,
was
stuff like that.
Jorgordath. He's like the god of magic. Or Agra,
Yeah.
he's like the god of hatred, but like the other one.
I think
So
it was the
magic
god
makes
of
us-
magic,
Yeah.
because the whole thing that I was going with is that my personification of why I'm able to move around and stuff like that is magic exists in this world all around us, and while everyone else eats and drinks, stuff like that, my way of perceiving life is that I just absorb latent magic around me.
Mhm.
And that's how I'm able to function and do stuff. Because I can cast all the spells that I want, but I don't feel physically tired.
Yeah.
I just can't manifest them at a certain point. And my interpretation of that is I'm able to process so much latent mana around myself to move my body. And then once I hit a certain point, my body just doesn't allow me to exhaust that mana because it may damage myself.
Okay.
And that's how I'm justifying his existence. I live, and I technically do eat and drink, but I'm eating and drinking the latent mana in the universe, or in the land.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's my justification. That's not like a world justification. That's how my character was able to cope with the fact that he doesn't eat or drink. He always hears people talk about how good something tastes, or how good how something fills them up, and how they get this sense of like this feeling, stuff like that. Stuff he will never experience.
Okay.
So to try to keep himself from going mad because of it, he's doing the whole. When he enters like the woods that had like a high magical presence, stuff like that. In his own mind, he feels like he's more enriched, more energetic, stuff like that, because his body is processing a pure form of magic.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't have any gameplay application. It's not like I'm going to
No, yeah, I
walk
understand that.
somewhere and tell that there's magic. Not until I upgrade my character to have tech magic always. But I have to find an artificer for that. There's a few upgrades that Warforged can do out of character that make Warforged just fun. Like I can get a repeating crossbow put in my arms.
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. The fun one I like doing is getting Detect Magic. See how you can get the glasses for Detect Magic?
Yeah.
having somebody do that to my eyes, so my eyes always have detect magic on.
Okay. Yeah.
And fun little things like that. It's when I play Warforged, I usually try to make it be more of a. I like to upgrade my guy over time. I'm not. My armor isn't just this piece of armor that I have. It's my skin. So where some people get tattoos and stuff like that, I upgrade myself.
Yeah. Okay. Kira.
Yes.
Let's see. Do-do-do. Alright, so you travel around in the Ord Marsh.
The bear runner.
Yeah. What do you do there?
More along the lines that I'm just wandering at that point. Since it doesn't seem like there's not a lot of cities other than Ord Vale, I'd be nearly in the back of the corner of this area.
Okay. So you like exclusion. Exclusion? Like being alone?
Yeah, more along the lines of isolated in the first years of transforming into this person.
Okay.
Where I can get adjusted to the world as that person.
How'd you transform into that person?
I was thinking of basically someone finding me out, takes care of me because he doesn't know who I am, because basically Doppelganger's true form is basically like an alien-esque type, so basically takes care of me, all of a sudden dies from something, either from old age or from or basically saves me and dies. So basically long exposure to the person.
Okay.
And that's how usually that's how I got his form, and just wandering around. And as well as how am I gonna introduce the god?
What color is your eyes?
The color of my eye, isn't it just white? But the color
Can-
of the person's eyes is basically brown.
Can I suggest something?
Yes.
If that's all right, Hyperion?
Yeah, you could suggest anything.
Why not just make the guy who you took the body of before he died, he was blind. So he was able to connect with your soul, not with your look.
Maybe? Yeah.
Just as
Dude,
an idea.
I don't think doppelgangers can even talk. Well,
I
like, in their
don't
true form,
personally
I don't
know
think
much
they-
about doppelgangers, so
Yeah, I don't. Usually, doppelgangers are banned in D&D games, so I don't know much either.
yeah.
Doppelgangers, psionics, and then some gain monk. 3.5 monks are usually banned with psionics.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't know if my doppelganger can talk, because the last time I seen, there was no mouth. He had
ASL, man.
liquid.
What's your intelligence?
It is really bad. That's a lie.
Like negative?
Hell no, I wouldn't be that stupid. It's at a +1, I know that for sure, so it's at a 12.
All right. What languages do you speak? Just common, right?
I think it's just common, and I know I was able to learn an extra one.
Yes, I was going to recommend you take sign language.
For deaf?
Yeah. Deaf and mute. ASL, it's sign language is a universal language. It doesn't have much play in, like, you wouldn't be able to understand what certain creatures are speaking, but with you having ASL or sign language, you might come across different things in like city environments and stuff like that. It also allows Hyperion to, give us someone like that is deaf or mute that can sign. Because it being a universal language, we can come across, like, let's say an elf that's deaf, and you can communicate with them, and that's literally only you can communicate.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even like the spell comprehend languages is all written in verbal languages. Well, if they're deaf, they can't speak.
Hmm.
And using a language like that allows you to bypass that. Now, it's not useful in every situation, which is why some people allow it, because not everyone will know ASL or sign language. But it does allow for your character to have something that's unique.
Yeah, you can always think about it too.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I
you
have
got
a free
time.
language as well that I haven't taken yet. Because I wanted Hyperion to decide what that language is based upon whatever my backstory was from before I was left in Nerd. So he decided that it was going to be like an ancient complex. Well, whenever he decides where that ancient complex was, whatever their culture was, that's what my other language is going to be. I mean, hell, if he wanted to, he can make it undercommon, which is what common was hundreds of years ago. Or not hundreds of years ago, centuries ago, was undercommon. It's the ancient common. It's kind of like how English today isn't English from, like, the 14th century.
Oh yeah.
Because languages evolve over time. That's why you have common and undercommon. Undercommon, though, does have a downside to it from a GM's perspective, because that's what the Underdark speak. So if we ever came across Drow or Dragar or like any of the truly evil races, they would all know Undercommon. They don't get common, they get Undercommon as a language.
Yeah.
So that's why I left my last language open.
Languages. Doppelgangers have no language of their own and communicate among themselves by means of their detect thoughts ability.
Oh.
They learn they learn a multitude of languages to lend credence to their disguises. Their mastery of shape-changing carries over to speech, and they can imitate particular accents with ease.
So yeah, basically getting accustomed to the person will mean that eventually I can transform into them and know the language completely.
I think it's more you have to know their language, but you can. So like, say if you're talking to someone and like say if you're like, they're, what do you call it?
They're their actual like vernacular that they use, like "Hola, señor." I don't speak Spanish, but I was able to pick that up over time. You can do what they say of how they say it because you're just mimicking it. You don't know what it means, but you can mimic it perfectly. That means at 3rd level, you should definitely take the linguist feat. It gives you +3 additional languages. Allows you to learn 3 more languages. But, just to retcon so that it doesn't affect the game, I think your second language, now that I think about it, since you read it that way, your second language has to be Goblinoid right now. Because you spoke in the Goblin tongue.
No, because I've let Me Too was saying a lot of things. He was saying it in my stead.
I thought you talked in Goblinoid.
No,
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
because me and Roxy had the interaction. He was speaking complete English to us because he had to
All right.
survive.
He was copying him.
You do know that he's going to become our like mascot, right?
That's okay.
Pretty much.
He is going to become Sahar's pet.
Gabo.
You guys know what Master Blaster is, right?
Never heard of it.
Hyperion, do you know what Master Blaster is?
I don't think so.
I feel old talking.
Is it a show?
No, it's two characters from Mad Max.
Oh no,
Master and
was
Blaster.
never interested in that TV or in that
Yeah, it's
stuff.
basically it was two brothers, twin brothers. One was super strong but dumb as bricks, and the other one was super smart but had a deformed body.
Hmm.
So what they did is they put a backpack on, and the brain would ride in the back and tell Blaster what to do.
Oh, gotcha.
And so basically what I was going to do is I was going to get a little backpack
Oh.
mount like thing and have him specialize in ranged attacks shooting from my back. And
See,
basically,
for you it's
yeah.
Master and Blaster. For me, it's Ratchet and Clank.
I never played those games.
That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like to that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, I think we got a good starting point.
Check the memes page.
The memes.
What happened in the memes? Oh, that.
That's Master and Blaster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry for those of you watching Hyperion stream. I don't have a way of showing you guys.
Let's go to...
Oh, come on, let's go. Everybody.
So- Since we're not actually doing a game today, we're doing a lot of backstory stuff. Is there a way we can have you change the overlay?
I don't really have
Hyperion?
an extra overlay for that.
An extra overlay? No, I meant like, I'm not a skeleton wizard.
Oh!
And Soul Knife isn't actually in the campaign anymore.
True. I
You
could
had to
probably
step
get that
out
done.
for life reasons. So, it's that's what I meant, like, cleaning things up.
True.
I always, every time I come and, like, jump over to your stream and I see Sahar, Wizard Skeleton, I'm like, fuck, I should have just gone with it. It's a regret. But it was a necessary thing to do because it would have really hurt our cohesion if I played that. It would eventually just been me and Kira walking around with two skeletons that I created. But, yeah.
All right. How young was that guy that you took over? That in actually, it's the guy that you currently look like right now, right?
Yeah,
Is he young?
he is definitely young.
Okay, so he's like in his like early 20s, human.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like if we go to the person who's blind and everything, then that's gonna be a little bit more complicated because then I'd be able to not see, but at the same time be able to see.
Hmm. I wonder if you have to copy every aspect of a person when you transform to them, or you can, like, if the person's blind, you don't have to be blind. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, technically, yeah,
What book is
technically
it in?
will. It's in
Races of
3.5
Destiny.
manual. Or is it?
What-
I'm
what
seeing the
is it?
monster manual.
Races of Destiny.
Yeah, you can't use the monster manual because monsters aren't. This isn't a monster campaign.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why like you can't play like minotaurs.
Oh, what page is it on?
93 it starts. At the bottom of 93 on the right.
Oh, I see.
All right, all right. Can I point something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
On page 94, the first actual paragraph, not continuation. While in disguise, doppelgangers behave according to the personality of the mimicked humanoid because they can only imitate a creature's physical form. Meaning, from that sentence there, because they can only imitate it, even though it looks like he may have like
Oh, that
cataracts
I'm
style
blind.
eyes,
Yeah,
it's
that I can
only
see.
an imitation. It's not a true blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like basically coloring your eyes that you're blind.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
God damn, you get a lot of skills.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like even in the traits, I'm able to constantly use detect thought.
There's a lot of that stuff that we didn't give you. Because we didn't.
Oh,
too many things.
Yeah.
That's
So-
why. That's why we went with the complete nerf. Just only thing I can almost have is just basically the cameo become.
Yeah, I think we gave him. I think it was like a +2 strength, or like I think you gave like yourself a +2 of something, and
Yeah, I think it was a
then
+2 con.
you have the ability to shape change.
The disadvantage of being able to change is that I have to kill the person in 3 turns or more, or moreover, otherwise I go into my natural form.
Okay, so you modified the doppelganger template.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
I
I was
think,
panicking after the second turn that I needed to kill something.
yeah. I think for because it's a level adjustment of 4, and I think it'd be really boring for him to be level 1 for a long time. And plus, one hit from, one day in the future, you just be dead. Dead boy.
I'd be like, all right, cool. I am ranged forever.
Yeah.
I throw magic stones for life.
Hope get there soon.
It's just
So
like,
is
all
this
right,
character or with it being modified, is it a level adjustment?
I didn't
Or is it
bother.
just treated... Oh man.
Yeah, so he doesn't get like racial hit dice. He doesn't get any of the racial skills. Doesn't get, the monstrous feats. He doesn't get natural armor.
it's basically like almost human, normal type.
Yeah.
Hey, I have an idea for your character if you want. Alright, since we're just brainstorming today. Okay. What if that guy took you under his wings because you were his child? He had a wife. At some point, that wife became a doppelganger. He fell in love with her still. When she had a child, you were born and she died in birth. So he moved you guys out to the marshes because he was afraid of people wanting to do you harm.
That's actually a really, really good way of explaining him too.
Yeah, that's why you're not a true doppelganger, because you're a half-breed.
Hmm.
I think Iberian. I actually agree with this one.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I mean, if you wanted to, what's your alignment?
It's true neutral, so.
True neutral. If you want to play around with it a little bit more, just to add some things into it, you could say the reason why you're not a true doppelganger, you didn't get the true doppelganger ability to become a true doppelganger, is you could say that your dad's bloodline had some Fey mixed in. So the Fey blood mixed with the doppelganger blood caused a variant. Just know that they will treat you differently, and true doppelgangers will treat you differently because you're neither.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I wouldn't associate with anyone anyways, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter to me.
Well, we've already dealt with Fey. That forest, that was a Fey lance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's other interactions too. Like, if we come across other Fey-based people that have Fey bloodlines, they may be able to sense that you have Fey inside of you, but they'll sense that it's corrupt. Which means that you'll have a harder time using diplomacy checks and stuff like that because they can sense your corruption.
Yeah, just,
want.
that, or they feel like something's off. They're like, that's weird. I swear this person's Fey.
I'm just gonna be run!
Well, you gotta think, like an Aasimar. Aasimar are celestial-blooded creatures. They have celestial blood running through their vein. They're outsider. Technically, you're an outsider as a doppelganger as well, but you could do it the whole fact that you were born from a true doppelganger that fell in love with a human that had some other outsider bloodline inside of them, which allowed you to become a variant.
I like that. I like that thought.
All right. We can also, let's see. So this could be a thing. So you could be like, you're taking on his younger form, like your father's younger form.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he'd probably be 40 when he dies or something, or if he's still alive, you could determine, is your dad still alive?
Because of his his thing of where the
Yeah,
person
yeah.
has to die.
He has to become the dead.
Oh, big true. He's dead.
What you could do though is you could have it while as you matured, your dad taught or was trying to teach you how to become like your mother, and taught you how to shape change. And it wasn't until some event happened. You can go with like a boa attack, or because giant boas live in marshes, stuff like that. And your father, while fighting off the creature, you defeated the creature, and your father died in the process. That you became him, so you took on that. Death must be associated with the change.
Yeah, because technically in the lore of the doppelgangers, we don't know how we transform.
Yeah,
Even
it's all
for
about
years
your
of-
interpretation.
Yeah.
So because your father died, and
I have
you
thought of the
became
ability.
him.
Yeah, that's when I think that to become someone they have to be dead.
All right. Do you guys want to do a quick little playthrough of how you all started then?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Sure. Start with Tim.
Okay.
With
Kira?
yeah. I'm sorry, it says DPS on his name and it messes with me every time.
I can change that, right?
You can.
Yeah, I can.
Every time
There
I
you
go
go.
to like do like a quick look at somebody's name, and then I see same thing with Roxy. And yeah, when I do like a quick glance, it just, I don't know. When I play in physical person, I actually write someone's name down, and I put a dash, and then I write down their character name. So when I forget someone's name, all I have to do is flip my sheet over, and then there's my cheat sheet.
There you
People's
go.
Name.
Exactly.
It's harder to do that online.
There you go. I switched my Discord and my profile in this as Kira now.
There you go.
So no one
I did
can
that
get
in
confused.
Hyperions as well. So people knew who I was.
Yeah, because a lot of our names are just based off Kira, no matter what. Every single name is just Kira.
I am inviting my mobile account to your server. Hyperion.
Mobile?
My cell phone, I have a different account from my PC.
Okay.
The mobile fortress.
Sounds
So if
good.
you ever post something I'm at work or away, I can respond.
Okay, yeah. No, that's good. Okay, we are gonna... Okay, what's it called when you... Oh, God. When you dig up ancient artifacts, what is that called again?
Excavation.
An excavationist?
Oh,
Archaeologist?
Archaeologist.
Okay,
yeah.
archaeology. Archaeologist. Lovely.
It's the archaeology department. Yeah. I mean, real quick before you start role-playing with him, you could have that be the lore for all your Warforged. Warforged, the technology to build Warforged have been lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lost technology. And you could have it that all Warforged have been found in some either ancient temple or, yeah.
I like that.
The only thing I would do is for your Warforged, I would have you come up with a specific time and when all Warforged, the technology was lost. Some great event happened that caused the technology to be lost. And I would have that be like solid in your lore.
Yeah.
So all Warforged are from that point or older. There's no newer ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if people can build Warforged, you're looking at a merciless army. Unless that was your plans for the Deadlands. Your Deadlands with that meteor impact looks so much like the Mournlands from Eberron.
Oh yeah. They actually sort of figured that out in my first campaign.
I'm sorry, there's an entire thing called the Deadlands. If I wasn't role-playing my character, me as a player, I so want to go there and, like, figure out that island. As a player, just an entire island that is definitely looks evil. And, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. They're like, oh, that looks cool, let's go over there. And they went over there. That's literally what happened.
Yeah. Nah, this character, I'm letting you know now. Ooh, while we're out here, is there a way you can put like a little dot or a mark on the map where we currently are?
Yes,
yeah, because you wanted to make a.
Well, that fort that we just attacked, the previous one.
Yep.
I'm planning on we'll bring back the orc's head. My portion of the reward, I'm going to ask for that territory. That land grant at that canyon. I'm going to ask for that plot of land, the rights to own it.
Okay.
It's right around a few cities. It's near mountain. It's near a forest. It's an actual decent place to put down like my chapter house, but I do plan to build it as like our adventuring home, a place we can go back to.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, so let's start with this, Kira.
Yep, I'll be quiet now.
Kill everyone. That's my idea.
So, you were born, what's your age? 18? Are you just gonna go with 18?
Yeah, no matter what, I think it's gonna be 8.
Okay. You were born 18 years ago, and you are currently living in Ord Marsh. Your father? And I think we can start off like role-playing of, you know, a typical day. Let's see. So, your father's name, I gave him a nice little name. His name is Yvain.
Wait, who, what?
Yvain.
Kind of lag. Yvain, there you go.
Yeah. I'll type it out for you.
Got it.
Alright.
It's most likely along the lines of I'd just be wandering around the house, the swamp near our house.
Yeah.
Just looking around, enjoying the views.
Okay. Well, today he's got something for you. Wakes you up in the morning. Tells you to get ready, get dressed. You know, he'll kind of get on one knee and... Kira. We gotta go hunting.
I nod and then just pack things ready.
Okay. You start getting your things ready, getting packed up, and
I think I'm in my natural form then. This is predating the event, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. This is 2 years ago. You're 16 years old. You're young, still learning, and tells you we need to help you bring up your capabilities as a warrior. We want you to be out there in the world, not knowing how to wield a spear or bow or, you know, anything.
Yeah. I just look at the spear and I was just like, I just grab it with, well, not grab it, but like, did I say beckon it to hold it?
Kind of like you're holding out your hand, you know, like trying to magic it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yvain will watch that, watch this scene and kind of smile to himself, and you know, smirk, and then opens up the door, leaves the house, and waits for you to come outside.
I can take a good look around the house.
Okay.
That's my last time. And then just go outside.
Yeah. Go outside and there's a nice porch. Basically, you've been told that ever since you were born, they started working on this nice little, small hut with your mother and your father worked on it, and it kind of sits on this like small piece of the marsh, and there's like a nice little path. It's just perfect, and it runs right through the wet parts, and you can actually walk into this area. If you were to go anywhere else, it'd be a little bit difficult to traverse.
I'm basically right behind my father, just like kind of grasping him, where I'm just like cautiously just looking around still.
Okay. As you guys are walking through the forest, the marsh. Okay. we got into this thing a lot in another campaign. Fucking Friday's campaign. Or Friday mornings. Because I imagine a marsh, it has trees. And apparently that's not a marsh. But anyways, this marsh has trees, and it's like almost like jungle-ish.
Yeah, marshes that have trees are usually on the outskirts of swamps.
Yes, it's a swamp. It's basically a swamp.
That's why I saw the darkish green, so I was just like, I will become a swamp monster.
Like the Never-Ending Story.
Yes, exactly.
That technically was a swamp, but it was listed as the Dead Marshes.
Looks like I'm getting something right here. Weird. Anyways.
That's what happened. Birds of a feather flock together.
Shit.
Of greater minds.
He kind of looks over his shoulder and begins to speak to you. Here, this is gonna be your first test. And a good one, too. There's something out in the marshes today that I'm not too sure what it is, but surely nothing too dangerous. But
I'm just looking terrified, basically.
okay. Don't worry, boy. I'm sure we got this. And as you guys march off through the marsh, you will get the distinct impression that he's being far more careful than usual. Telling you to slow down at certain points. You know, hushes you at a during like a crossing or something.
Yeah, at this time I'm just like constantly looking at the ground,
Okay.
observing if anything moves.
Well then. Give me a spot check.
Dies immediately. 15.
Okay, that's not bad. Your father sees something out in the distance a little bit before you do. But as he points at it, you will also see it. As you look at this creature, your father goes cold. He kind of like,
I'm just looking at the creature and looking at him at the same time. I'm just like, is this the thing we're gonna kill?
He looks back slowly to you, and I think we should retreat. I don't think we can win this.
Then I'm just like, I'm keeping my eyes straight on it and just like slowly backing away.
You will. What you see is a snake-like creature, sort of, but it sort of has like a human head, and it's like slithering around, wandering throughout the marsh, and he tells you that monstrosity is a naga.
Aren't those huge?
Yeah.
Holy shit, then yeah, I'm fucking terrified. I'm like fucking staring at it while I'm like, backing away.
Yeah, they're pretty big. you guys start heading back, keeping an eye on, your surroundings. He tells you that these creatures are pretty intelligent and, they like to set traps. Sometimes they can even be spellcasters. He starts telling you, some of these things that you've never known before.
I'm just constantly just keeping an eye out on the surroundings, just looking at the swampiness.
Mm-hmm. Kira, sometimes it is okay to walk away from a fight. No shame in surviving something that you could potentially die from.
Oh, I also brought a piece of paper and a pencil.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do.
You're making a map.
But this one's gonna be a crappy version. Cause I'm pretty shit at it right now. So I think there's gonna be a negative on this calligraphy if it's good.
Yeah, make a... Ooh.
Okay, it's it's a 5.
Yeah, you're like making like sticks, and then there's like trees, and you're like making this is early Kira drawing.
Basically, it's like I put a little drawing of me, a tree, and like dad on like it's just the whole page.
Okay. Yeah. Your father looks over it, kind of smirks, and you'll get there. Soon you'll have the best maps in all the land.
Just look eager.
Yeah. You guys will get back to the hut. And as you get back, you guys will open up the doors. He starts putting all his goodies away, like, he has a bow on his back, so he places that in his normal spot, puts his weapons away. He's got a dagger.
I'm just cleaning up all my clothes, make sure there's no mud on me.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and tidy so I don't ruin anything.
Yeah. And then we will do a cut in the scene here and switch over to Sahar.
Woo!
Figure out what you're doing. A good one. Like this one.
I was just checking out some of the books I haven't read yet in 3.5.
Ooh. Nice. Alright. Right, so, Sahar, you're sitting in some ancient box that you could feel the surroundings of, you have a feeling that you are in some type of container, some type of, box. And today is the day where you... Did you say you could hear things? Sort of?
Technically, I went back and read it up, From -1 to -9, I can do one action.
Okay.
So technically, I could see everything around me. I just, I'm trying to think of a best way to do this. Because like I said, I don't want to influence your world too much.
Yeah.
I want to influence it, but I don't want to limit other people. So traditionally with Warforged, between -1 and -9, they can perform one action.
Okay, I'm listening.
Once we hit -10, we are inert, and we're basically dead, but we can be repaired. So I'm going to say I'm at -8 HP.
Okay. And you're
but
like
I
using
went
like
into,
the...
protective mode.
Okay.
So I am willfully choosing not to move or do anything because I'm worried about true death. I'm waiting for repair, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm sensing what's around me, hearing stuff like that. I don't believe Warforged can feel.
Okay. I can't feel.
I can't feel soft. I can't feel furry. I think I can feel pressure.
Okay.
So, like, that's why we can grab stuff and things like that, but we can't feel like minute details. I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I was going through other books to see, because only one book has information on Warforged that I know of, and that's Eberron.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right. Well, today's day is different. In front of you would be... I guess like everywhere is dark. Everywhere's is dark, but suddenly you see a slit of light kind of appear through the left, and you hear this heavy grinding of stone kind of like open up and starts to... You could peer out into what seems to be like a stone building, and you hear maybe some people grunting while pushing this this thing that you're in.
Oh. I will not move, but still pay attention.
Okay.
Maybe I'm finally getting the repairs I require.
Yeah. Finally, the cover comes off, and you see... Let's see. You see a dwarvish man. Super long beard. He's got to be in his like late 200s. He's a bit older. He's got glasses. And there's maybe one or... I think there's probably two people. They're like heavy builds. Maybe 200 pounds each. Like, these are some big guys, you know, for the heavy lifting, I guess. And he looks inside and kind of pushes his glasses up. Oh. Now what do we have here? He starts to examine you.
Does he appear like he has tools for repairing or tools for looting?
It doesn't seem like either.
Alright. Because if I was put in a tomb or a citadel or whatever, I do need repair, but I haven't developed my personality yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have orders. And so I'll be very robotic. As long I'm good with everything until he goes for my sidearm.
Okay. It doesn't. He kind of is looking at you, basically. You know, you'll like maybe touch the metal, your metal, and he's like, "Oh, adamantine. That is interesting." And you're looking inside your eyes. Is it on? Is it still working? And then he'll just examine you.
Yeah, like I said, I am good, but as soon as his hands go towards where my sheath would be, that's when I will activate.
Yeah. And then probably after maybe 5 to 10 minutes of him probing around, he will ask the two guys to kind of like lift you out there. And they start, touching your body, and they probably do touch your hilt.
As soon as that happens, I activate.
Okay.
Like, full awareness. Unit 54, Sahar, of the Aldorian Legion. Stay thy hand.
The two bigger men kind of, suddenly jump back as, you start talking. And they kind of drop you while you're in this, you're actually laying in this, it's almost like a catacomb.
Use my one action to stand up at attention.
Okay.
Hand on my hilt, or what's left of it.
Yeah, okay. You reach for your hilt and the man kind of, shoves his glasses shoves his glasses up a bit. Oh, it is alive. Hello there, Sahar. My name is Gish, archaeologist by trade. How do you do?
Unit 54 requires repairs. Was put in storage till repair team could repair Unit 54.
Unit 54. Were there more than you? Were there more of you?
There was 385 unit in the Sahar line.
He ponders this. Interesting. Tell me. He looks at you. What is your body's, or like what is your body looking like? Is it heavily damaged? Like,
do you know how I keep putting something inside my body? How I say there's a hole inside my body? That's an old battle wound. I took a lance underneath my right arm.
oh, okay.
So I have a sizable hole through part of my right arm and into the right, just below the armpit of the right arm.
Okay.
And of course, I probably have like dents, and scratches, and stuff like that throughout the actual armor itself under close inspection.
All right. My. You look quite beat up there.
Affirmative. Hence, waiting for a repair team.
I fear that no repair teams are coming. We are in a dig site, surprisingly.
Dig site.
Hi. You are, He scratches his beard. I suppose a ancient relic of the past.
So the war is over.
he tilts his head in question. War. Which one? He seems
the
to
war
be
in the South.
he pulls out a notebook. War in the South. Uh-huh. I've not known of any wars in recent history.
No, real quick, out of character.
Yeah.
I keep saying Aldoran Legion. Does that part of the continent actually have a name besides Eldora?
Alright,
With
so
it being ancient, I would that's where I'm referring to. That's my birth is the memories of fighting of we're down in the desert.
alright.
Unless you just want me to make it up. If that's alright, I will.
Give me a second.
I just want to make sure I'm not going to hurt any of your other campaigns by stating stuff.
So
If I'm allowed to ad-lib, I will ad-lib.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm just loading something up here.
Okay. But I have someplace I can take this, which is probably something that hasn't happened in a while, and that I'll go with. But I want to make sure, like I said, I'm not hurting any of your other campaigns by creating lore. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, yep.
It's the only downside to playing a really old character.
No, I mean I'm totally okay with this. So I'm just making sure that I have everything correct. Do I have that somewhere else? Interesting. I will check my Google Docs.
Sorry for those watching for breaking immersion.
I'm the one who has to look for it, so
It's all about the cheese.
this one. Oh, maybe I named it. Oh, okay. You can call this.
I mean, if you want, I can still go with Aldorian. And Eldora took the ancient word for their land, to name their country.
Yeah, so Eldora was never really around back then.
No. Now, the country that exists now of Eldora, found in one of the ancient tombs that the lands used to be called was part of the Eldorian Empire. If you want, using what you currently have existing for lore.
So this continent is called Galthar. But that part of the area... You know what, let's do that. Let's do the Eldorian Empire thing. That sounds cool.
Okay. I mean, it's an ancient civilization that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I was going to say that we were fighting Descendants of the Underdark, which I don't see any reference in your campaign yet. So it shouldn't influence your world too much. It just puts the existence of the Underdark.
Yeah. It's
Is that
there.
all right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It is there.
All right. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
I am Unit 54, modeled Sahar of the Eldorian Legion of the Eldorian Empire. The war which we have been waging for the last 200 years has been against an unknown enemy from the realm of the Underdark.
Starts writing this down. Oh, interesting. Tell me about this Eldorian Empire. How long was it around?
This unit does not know.
Unfortunate.
This unit was created as a palace guard.
Tell me. What was this empire like? Was it vast?
Yes.
He seems to jot something down into, his papers. Very interesting. Well, I feel like I should have more study on you. You seem to have all sorts of secrets. In return, I could help get you repaired.
Repair first.
Oh, of course. Of course. Well then, are you able to move?
Kind of. Slowly.
Well, good with desert walking? It will be a long walk.
Yes.
Okay. Let us head off. And you seem to be just in this, like, big stone container, and you're just standing in it.
Do you have Vials of the Gods?
He looks back at you and... Vial of the Gods.
If I were to run you through with a sword, you would drink a Vial of the God to repair yourself.
Oh! You speak of, healing potions. Yes, I have only one.
That will suffice for some repairs.
So that's how it works. He pulls out a small little vial with, red like, blood like, viscous. And...
This is Vial of the Gods?
Aye.
Why is it red?
He looks at it. I'm not sure. That's just how it's made.
Vial of the gods, purple. This may not be as effective.
He writes something down again. Purple potions. Vial of God. And he's like, lightly speaking. Well, here you go.
Take it. Look at the other two. Do you possess Vial of Gods?
They shake their heads. No.
Must be servant class.
We are helpers.
I pour the potion first on my arm, and then because I can't drink, so I pour it on myself.
Okay.
Try to. It's never really talked about how potions are used by Warforged, so I try to apply it to the wound itself.
That seems legit.
Out of character, what level spell was it?
That would just be a lesser healing.
So normally a D8.
Yeah, a D8 plus 1.
So would you like to roll me a D4?
Do that. Boop. Boop. Go. All right. 4 HP back.
Woo! So, thematically, he would see my the wound on my arm heal, and part of my chest close up, but not all the way.
He quickly like zooms in, like really close, watching this spectacular moment, seeing like the metal kind of like form back together. Like, probably not uncomfortable for you, but for most it'd be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh wow, wonderful!
I was right.
This is
Not
wonderful.
very effective. I will still be moving slowly.
Unfortunate.
One moment, please. I draw my sword.
Okay.
What's it like? If I draw it, does it like crumble away? Is it pitted and rusted?
Yeah. I think as you try to draw it, it would probably rust away.
I need a weapon.
Ah, yes, it seems that you do. Come now, come. We will get you a weapon.
Follow after him.
Okay.
We're the same speed after all.
Indeed. You guys start making your way out of a big mountain to the north, and that would be somewhere right over here.
Oh.
Give you a nice little dog.
Thematically,
Yes.
if it's all right with you, I was going to say the initial uprising happened here.
Uprising?
The initial portal, the armies of the Underdark, happened in the V.
Okay.
The Empire was mining and mined too deep. And an army arose. A never-ending army.
Never ending, you say?
If that's all right with you.
That should be fine.
It's kind of out of the way. I don't see anything nearby. And usually that's how people stumble into the Underdark, is they dig too deeply. The Underdark, for example, is, if it's included in a world, it's like Hollow Earth theory, that once you go so far down, there's another ecosystem
Yeah.
under the planet.
Yeah. So, as you guys start walking, you will eventually, start. Oh, this might be. How do we do this? So you'd probably go somewhere around here. Then you start walking through the forests or the grasslands, and up here to Garricksburg. And give me a intelligence check. You want higher for good. Okay.
Oh, shoot. 1 second.
Yes.
There we go. I got a 17.
All right. So, I'll give you this. As you probably get up around the mountain, you start climbing up on a cliff, and you probably get high enough to start seeing your surroundings. And the areas that you see are quite unfamiliar. The Eldoran Empire does not look the same as it once used to. It feels like there was much less water.
Yeah.
And
Much time has passed.
yeah. And basically from what you remember, there was much more land.
Yeah. I was going to go with the whole Pangea. Is that alright?
That's pretty much what's going on.
Okay. Making sure. This body of water to the left did not exist.
Yep, yep. Basically, this all looks different. You see probably the ocean in the far distance, and you're like, there's an ocean?
Master Dwarf,
Hi.
when did that ocean...
He kind of rubs his chin. It's always been there.
No, it has not.
He looks at you very questionably. From what I know, it's been like that for all my life.
I was made over there.
Oh, is that so? There's He starts scratching his head. There's nothing over there, really. As far as I know.
The Legion's workshops were there. It's where all Warforged.
Starts writing that down. Warforged workstation. South. Wonderful. Can't wait to see more of you. Perhaps, this has not been all for naught.
Well, that wasn't underwater. Now there is an ocean. Logic dictates that probably nothing is left.
You not think it's underwater?
I not think it exists.
How unfortunate. Huh.
The Eldorian Empire spanned the entire Pangea.
He kind of crosses his arms, nodding. That's new to me.
The reason why there was 384 of us built was because there was one built for each lord under the Empire.
Is that so? Well,
Yes.
Aldora is more or less just a slaver city now.
As it should be. There is a caste system. You have the gods, the speakers of the gods, the lords appointed by the speakers of the gods, the warriors of the gods, the warriors of the speakers, the legions, if you will, and then you have the working class, which provide for those above them that speak for the god.
Interesting.
As it should be. There is order.
I've gained much intellect from this conversation.
Out of curiosity, what are the races of the people that are his helpers?
Let's see. It is a half orc and a human.
So, I understand times are different. But why would a noble orc sleep with a slave to create the half-breed?
He looks a bit confused. Slave.
Yes, human. They breed rapidly, easy to control, break quickly, coward.
You see the human kind of scowl at your language and well, I suppose
Hundreds of pure-blooded orcs to one human. Oh, other way around. I would take one pure orc over hundreds of human any day. They are stronger, faster, more bound by honor. Humans are... Well, there's a reason why the Empire has them on the lower caste. You may be different. That everyone it says they are different.
Not too sure what you...
There's a reason why they are not used for the warrior caste.
He's like scratching his beard, trying to think. I believe, yes, time has changed. Eldora is not the empire that it once was. Much has changed then. If other species have come quite rapid, and humans are everywhere now, I suppose.
Don't take this wrong, human. It is not that I don't like you. Times have changed. It's just, within the Legion, rules are to be followed.
Kinda like grunts. Whatever, robot. Robot? Metal? I think you'd call you like metal statue or something.
Well, do you allow Ghost Walk to be in your world? The book Ghost Walk? It's one of the books that you have available.
Yeah, that's okay.
Robots would exist then.
Yeah.
Because there's a very mannequin-esque that ghosts can be put into as a body. So the word robot could exist.
Oh. Interesting. That's fine.
Yeah. So, if the Eldorian Empire does not exist, does that mean... What does that mean for me? That means I outlived my king, my emperor.
I suppose so. That is going to be a question that you're going to have to figure out, I suppose. We'll get you repaired, we'll... give you a little learning lesson. Yeah, This is, yeah.
Big question. Did we win or did we lose? How many more did you unearth?
You are the first. At least, for me.
That is not a good sign.
No, no, indeed. It is not.
The Sahar Legion had 384 models. The King's Guard were mobilized. Or Royal Guard, I guess, better term. I was wounded or damaged in one of the major battles. There should have been a few hundred other Warforged at that repair facility.
Perhaps something had happened.
Yes. Must figure out what happened, what cataclysmic event.
Indeed. Many unsolved questions calls for many adventure. That's
Do
what
the
I
gods
always
still
go by.
exist? Please
Sorry?
tell me you guys still worship the gods.
Oh, yes. Yes, we worship the Great Six.
The Great Six.
Yeah. Sorry, can you repeat the last sentence that you said?
The Great Six.
No, before that. Do you still worship who?
The gods. I haven't given names. And I'm playing it along that the part of the Great Six was the original religion, but there was only 4 at the time.
Okay.
We just called them the gods because there was just those 4 gods. I know in your lore that you also have the draconian gods, the dragon god.
Yeah.
But the Empire didn't recognize them as gods.
That makes sense.
The Empire worshipped their 4 gods, and those were the 4 gods that were allowed to be worshipped. Everything else was not a god. Kind of think like ancient Egypt. You worshipped their god. Everyone else that claimed was a god was not recognized.
Yeah.
And I'm going along those lines. That's why I keep saying the gods instead of the Great Six. Because, yeah. I'm trying to, through roleplay, tie in to him being able to worship the Great Six.
Yeah. Yeah, he will tell you. Yeah, we worship the Great Six. There are the draconic gods and some other beings out there, but
So the dragons did finally ascend.
indeed,
They
I
used
suppose.
to talk about it. So they are no longer mounts.
I don't
Funny
believe
word.
many of them are mounts nowadays.
Oh, you just gotta take their eggs. You hold their eggs for ransom.
He kind of thinks about this and he's going to use an intelligent... Okay. He gets really good. I think the world now... I will put this into perspective. The world now is much weaker than what it used to be. More peaceful, perhaps. Perhaps you were in constant war.
Yeah. The Underdark was a war that spanned, well before my line was made. My line was, my kind was originally made to fight the Underdark. See, my kind does not suffer the same weaknesses of your kind. I do not eat. I do not sleep. I do not suffer from poison. I do not get charm. Those that come from the Underdark prey on those weaknesses. They have poisons that will kill you before you feel the pain of the arrow or the sword. They can affect your mind, make you attack your ally, your brother, your own family, and think that you're defeating some vile beast. They are masters of poison and the mind. So my line, or not my line specific, my kind, were created as a way to defend the Empire against a threat that others could not handle.
That makes perfect sense.
Do the tree people still exist?
He looks at you and smirks. Which ones?
The living tree.
The living trees. I'm sure there are some out there.
There were hundreds of thousands of them.
Curious. Sad.
Sad.
Well, they don't seem to be around anymore, but yes, sad.
You can't make us, can you?
No. I do not have the knowledge, nor I do not believe my kind know of such knowledge.
So there must not be many artificers left.
Not quite. That is most likely a very obscure line of work.
Sorry. In my time, dwarves, gnomes, some that was your preferred profession.
We, as I know it, have been doing rune crafting for some time.
Oh. Something bad happened.
Aye, something must have happened back then.
Rune crafting is an old technique. Like, try to think of a way to describe this. Alright, so that those traveling with us can understand as well. Rune crafting, to our level of manipulation of magic, would be like fighting with a stick versus using a dreadnought.
He kind of
Still have the
smiles at
dreadnoughts
that.
walking around, right?
Sorry?
You still have the dreadnoughts walking around, right?
Oh no, I don't think so.
There's no more dreadnoughts?
He looks around. I don't think so.
Your land is very peaceful.
Aye.
Dreadnoughts were magical cities that wandered the land, protecting it from the evils of the different plane. The walking fortresses, if you will.
Oh, interesting.
They were called dreadnoughts because they were literally walking fortress. They patrolled the Empire's boundary, hotspots. The reason why we were created to fight in the south is the lands weren't solid enough to support the weight of a dreadnought. I mean, you have a walking mountain, kind of need sure footing.
Aye. Yes, it does seem like a lot has changed. I believe this is something that you are going to have to investigate then. Search for answers. And...
I must follow my next order.
And that is?
We had a deal. You will repair me. I will tell you of my time. But when the war is to end, I am to report to the church. Because only a speaker of the gods can determine my path.
I see. Well, you would want to perhaps head to one of the capitals. They would be best suited to helping your needs.
How are we going to get to a capital?
By
I
wagon
can't
ride,
fly.
by walking, we shall see. Yes. So far, it's been like maybe a day or two of you guys, traveling around.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry if I'm at. Warforged traditionally come from a high magic society, so that's why I'm adding some stuff from like Eberron and to simulate a high magic society.
Yeah.
You could just say those are all bygone technologies that don't exist anymore. People couldn't maintain them. When we eventually do arrive to a capital, if he's still traveling with me, I'm going to mention about why is the capital not flying.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually you guys... Well, first he's bringing you to the local dwarven mines over here, and he's gonna purchase some more of those health potions. And he'll give you about, 1 or 2 for you. So you could roll that if you like.
If possible, before you spend your money, can you take me to a church?
It may take a while. But yes.
Because I'm treating it as though I'm a level 1 character, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I was a cleric of my gods, which means I still have my level 1 spells.
Okay.
But I have to pray. And this is where I'm going to figure out that my gods still exist, but more have been added.
Yeah. Alright. So...
If that's alright, if you take me to a church, I should be able to do the repairs myself.
Okay. Well,
But it would take some time.
We shall head to... What would be the best?
Well, out of character, Garricksburg, Dwarven Town, they probably have a temple to the crafting god.
They probably do.
If it's a actual major settlement. If it's just literally like a mining town, they probably just have like personal altars.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
if
more
it's
like
a-
altars. It's... Yeah, it's not like they don't have a... a full-fledged church or, temple, etc.
Okay, sorry. Well, if you do not have a church, you can use your money, but would feel bad to use your money on something I could do.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders. Then we go to Orendale.
Orendale.
Yes, that is to the east.
Okay.
And you will get a carriage to drive you guys out there, and it'll take a couple days. Day, 2 days, something like that. And I think we will end right here. Kira,
Yes,
what's going on, buddy?
I'm alive.
You are alive.
Are you sure?
No,
No.
I took a nap.
Oh,
Fair.
I'm sorry, my backstory was so boring.
No,
I
it's
didn't take a nap.
because I only had 2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry. It's because I had 2 hours of sleep.
That's all good.
I'm just messing. That's why
Nah,
you
I'm
drank
just kidding.
Monster.
I'm just kidding. I've been hearing.
No, it's all good.
Alright. I'll be back.
I'm not pissed.
He's furious.
Furious.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative in real life. You miss.
I'm alive. It's more like I say Kira. I can say Kira.
More like under new management.
Alright.
No, yeah, I'll still awake.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'll be back in like 10.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Until like 15 years, he meant.
I'm not gone that long.
I mean, in the game, how long were you out for, though?
Oh, I'm 15. We're going over stuff 15 years before we meet up.
Yeah, see, so 10, 15 minutes. It's like 10, 15 years.
Oh. Yeah. It allows my character not to be so racist to racist.
And then me just
So-
barely getting used to the world outside the swamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you play you.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Kira, you eventually... You're just getting home with your father. Father named Yavan. And...
Don't die in your vein.
He'll start, cooking a dinner.
I just like look at the spear and just start grabbing it.
Okay. What do you do with it?
I literally just examine it.
Okay.
Every crack, single stuff, rope added to it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you just...
Basically just like looking at every single detail at it.
Yeah, it's a well-made spear for, being out in an old marsh. Doesn't seem to have any remarkable effects to it.
Cool. I'm gonna take the spear and go outside.
Okay.
He said I was gonna go hunting, so I'll take it as it's a weapon. So then immediately I would just stab a tree with it.
Okay. Yeah, you start stabbing a tree, practicing your jabs. or something.
And as well as now, I'm looking around in case I see a Naga.
There are no Nagas around.
Alright, good. You know, I decide to chuck the spear at a tree.
Ooh. Give me an attack roll to see if you can hit the tree.
The training of a god begins
God.
now.
Ooh.
21.
That's actually pretty good.
And watch me fight that Naga and like fuck up all my rolls. That's how I kill my dad.
You chuck it at the tree and it hits on point and it's like sticking out of the tree.
I look around and retrieve and go for the spear.
Okay. Wow. Afterwards, after your training is done, you hear your father calling out to you. Here, it's time to eat. Made your favorite. And you could
Let's go
determine what your
inside.
favorite is. But
My favorite is pancake.
ooh, okay. So in this world it is gnome cakes.
Known cake.
Yeah, gnome cakes. Yeah. So he has these like glistening pancake looking fluffy cakes. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I was trying to think of a word, but it wasn't coming to me.
They're fluffy known cakes.
Yeah. Gnome cakes. You know, he pulls out some maple, and it's in a nice small little container, and then you know he's got honey. He's got all sorts of things, and you guys start eating.
Pulling out the good shit.
Yeah. May have to head into Vasconia and also into Ordvale. Warn them about the Naga problem. It's quite a dangerous creature. Maybe have a group of adventurers seek it out.
I'm just there eating my my gnome cakes in enjoyment.
Yeah. Otherwise, good scout work.
I don't think there's much else to do other than enjoying the gnome cakes and throwing a spear.
Mm-hmm. He seems
drawing a
to
map.
kind of watch with admiration, you know, kind of like how a father would, you know, watching his son, you know, practice with, you know, playing tennis or something. Yeah, but he kind of gives you that look as you do your thing.
I'll become the gnome cakes.
You are a gnome cake.
I become a little pancake, just shaped with even with the plate on top in a mixed up order. I mean,
Kira, what is it you want to do in the future? I wouldn't want you to be living out here in the marsh all of your life.
I grab both the map and the spear.
Okay.
And then I just show them both. Basically, it was just like, these two are the things I'm doing.
He smiles. Map making. Perhaps you could sell your maps to common folk. And a spear.
I was thinking of being a little chaotic folk and then just throwing the spear again as I did before.
Huh.
But I don't think I will do that. I don't think I'm not gonna ruin the house.
Gotcha. What about the spear? Become a guard? A warrior?
I'm staring at him blankly.
Perhaps you'll figure it out. You can't talk, can you?
No. Since I haven't transformed yet, I have not gotten a mouth yet. Or it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like I have a mouth.
Yeah.
Because we only think of the deep thought, so if we want to implement the deep thought thing, then yeah, I can.
Okay. Maybe you have like a connection with him,
Maybe,
and
yeah,
you
maybe
can,
I can do like a connection with him, and I can actually talk to him.
yeah, like
Only him.
maybe
since
it's more
he's
like
part.
it's not like it's not like telepathy, but it's more like he kind of he kind of gets a feeling like of like what you're trying to explain to him, or you know.
Okay. So basically, yeah, when I'm grabbing the spear and when I'm grabbing the thing, I heard he said adventurer, so that's what I was tagging with the spear. This is like I'll become an adventurer.
Oh. Okay. Adventurer. He smiles. Wow. We'll have to get you to tip-top shape and, you know, still have to figure out your first problem. I would hate for you to wander the land not being able to fit in with society. As
I'm just like I'm looking at my own body. I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of true.
he'll tell you, as I've probably told you before, not everyone is as understanding as I am. Most will shun you, maybe even with disgust. And some may even attack you if you are ever seen in this form. So hopefully we'll figure it out quite soon.
I just continue eating my gnome cake in a foreshadowing an event.
Alright. Well, during the night, you guys are all in bed. Give me a listen check.
Now here's where the whiff starts.
The whiff.
15.
Okay. Not bad. Wow. Hmm. During the night, you'll hear the sounds of wind brushing against the trees, and it's lightly raining, so, hear the rain pounding against the lumber of your roof. But then
Do I
you
hear
hear
anything
this
else?
noise. It's like a pounding against one of your walls. Something loud.
I wake up. Well, if I'm already wake up, then
Yay. Okay.
do I know where specifically it's at, or is it just around me?
You get the feeling that the pounding came from outside. You also see your father getting up from bed as well. He slowly makes his way towards the door. Grabs one of his swords that he has lying around.
Basically, I copy him and I grab the spear.
Okay. He will give you. You have dark vision. So
Yeah.
he will tell you to keep quiet by, giving you like the shush motion. Tell you instead to grab the bow, and he'll give you like a like sign language of like a bow or something, or like it's like he shows like the action of drawing a bow.
Yeah.
He tells you to go with that instead.
I quietly put down the spear and grab the bow.
Okay. So after maybe a moment or two, you guys are sitting in the dark. He kind of is up against the wall, watching the surroundings. And slowly, you can see this face kind of appear like by the window, like there's no glass here, so it's literally just a window that you can like kind of like walk through. And actually there probably are shutters, so these shutters actually kind of like look like they're trying to be forced open.
I go against the opposite wall and start charging up the bow. I'm not gonna fire. I'm just gonna keep the hold of it.
Okay. Your father also gets his sword ready to attack. Suddenly, there's a big impact against the window. Yeah, there's a big impact against the window, and it kind of there's resistance like against this force, and it kind of just like makes this huge loud noise, but it does not open. seems the lock is strong enough to keep this creature in check, whatever it is. And you can see whatever's behind there through like the slits of the cracks. It seems to like move around away and goes to, perhaps there's another window, and it tries that one.
I basically relay that to the father. Just basically, it's just like keeps moving.
Okay. Yeah. He also moves to the other window, preparing something. Ooh. And this time, the loudest bang that you ever hear, almost like thunder, as it explodes through the wooden. What do you call those? The wooden shutters. And like the shutters literally just break into pieces, and as it comes rushing through, your father takes a good lop at it, actually criticaling it. And he takes like maybe about 3 hits. The creature comes back and starts attacking him as well. You can make an attack roll if you would like.
Yeah. But I have a bow, so it's ranged.
Yeah, you would want to use your dexterity.
I think that's what it is. Dex. Everything's 1 anyways.
Okay. There you go.
14.
Ooh. You just miss. As it shoots right past it. Your father is in combat, and it tries biting quickly. Makes 2 bite attacks at your father and desperately misses. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna charge another arrow up.
Okay. You do that and yeah.
Oh shit! I told you this is gonna be the part. It's literally hitting plot.
Yeah. Your father gets a good couple, 3 more hits on this creature, wounding it very badly. And the creature bites your father and then runs off into the darkness. Right, he's got a wound right by his stomach. He grasps his side. Yeah, he grasps his side and sits down. Starts coughing up blood. And, you know, blood is like pouring out of his mouth.
I draw my bow and I start running towards him, carrying him back into the bed.
Ugh. Ugh. Good shot.
It's like, but I missed.
No matter. No matter. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, what?
Unfortunate. He starts squirming in pain. Ah! Ah! Shit. And he's like grasping his side. You can see his face going a bit pale. Later's there looking at you. You've done good so far.
Yeah, well, knowing that, I'm just gonna. Well, I look around, I try to get shirts, and I start putting them on the wound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you try to do, you know, some sort of like CPR, or, like, you could try to roll a healing check if you'd like to see how well you do.
That'd be funny if I bring him back to life. Let's see. Oh shit! I forgot a lot of the ranks I did was putting on heals.
Hey, there you go. Hog. CPR is not the same as first aid. Ain't true. Well, whatever. Yeah. You bind up his wound a bit, and you get this strange feeling that just something comes over you.
I just start looking around in paranoia.
You look around, and suddenly you normally you're like naked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And let's put it where we had pants. We had pants.
Okay.
Let's
You
put
had
that.
at least pants. Suddenly you have like this black robe like shirt, and it. And you,
Robe like, oh shit.
yeah, so you're basically looking like your father's clothes, like you have that on you right now.
I just look at my hands and my whole body.
You're looking at your
And I look at
hands, and they are red with blood.
I'm gonna go to a fucking mirror. That's what I see.
Okay. Yeah, you go to the mirror and kind of look like your father when he was younger.
Shit. Um, I'm basically gonna be fucking screaming to the top of my lungs now.
Okay. You're screaming in the night. The the cries bellow out. Animals are stirred. Creature is nowhere to be seen. Your father lays in the bed, dying. The healing that you tried doing, it doesn't seem like it was helping, and he's getting worse.
I go to him and I'm just like, what's going on? I'm becoming you.
He gives you a small smile and, hey. And he reaches out to your face. Yeah, you did it. Figured it out.
I'm basically telling him, like, but I don't know how though.
He kind of just gives you, like, a fatherly smile and look, and he nods, and you'll figure it out. He takes a couple last couple breaths, and his hand kind of drops from your face, and after he's, taking a look at you, and slowly lays back, and his head droops.
I'm basically just like consoling him at that time because in reality, I don't know what to do else.
Yeah. And I think you can determine that your father has passed away.
Well, that means he will be buried the next day.
Okay. You wake up. Where do you want to bury him?
I'm actually gonna bury him in the tree where I chucked the spear at.
Okay. Yeah, you could take some time, digging out a nice place to bury your father. What's going through your mind so far while you're, digging
Pain.
this? Pain, you said?
Yes, it's pain, sadness,
Hmm.
and now he's figuring out that he's now alone in the world.
Mm-hmm. You finally get the whole, at a good size, and can lay your father down there if you would like.
Yeah,
And
I would bury him and basically get a rock
okay.
and put the oh, the paper that I had the for the map,
Yeah.
and then I put it on next to his tombstone.
Okay. Very wholesome.
Just be sad indeed.
Yeah. You can fill the grave back up with dirt, or however you feel fit that, this, what a grave would be like.
Yeah, he becomes part of the world now.
Mm-hmm. After that, you are sitting alone by the grave of your father, who you just buried.
I think I'd just like spend the whole day just sitting at the tombstone.
Yeah. Thinking, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just thinking and processing.
And, a day passes. Maybe even, half a day. Is there anything you want to do?
And then the journey begins.
The journey begins?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I'll try to see if I can look for a map inside the house.
Yeah. You can search through one of your father's old drawers and you can find a nice little pocket map. It's a bit older. Has some rags and tears to it, but it's very usable. And as far as you know, it is up to date, so you can either head north or south to Fasconia.
I'm gonna head north.
Okay. So you head north through the marshes. You know all the safe spots and where to go. It's there
In the,
before
in
you
the
leave.
downtown, I'm gonna try to hunt bunnies.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Before you leave, what about the home? Are you coming back to it?
Yeah, I'll leave it like that.
Okay. All right. And I think this is the part where, you know, you head off into the world and figure out who you are.
Yeah, so I'm trying to collect pelts and fur
Yeah.
on my way to a village, so I can at least sell something.
Okay. Let's see. You're going to want to roll a survival check. Ooh, yeah.
Money.
You find a nice little rabbit, and he's peacefully bouncing around, eating some grasses, and you have your bow with you, so I think.
Let it be. I think. Here's the thing: we didn't specify that I brought the bow and the spear.
Yeah. So, however you're gonna hunt, you can try to hunt it. You can gonna make a trap for it, or what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna hunt it.
Okay. Well, you know that with a spear, to get a very good throw, you're going to want to be at least within 30 feet. And you could roll a sneak check. Move silently, I mean.
Gotcha. Sleight of hand, sense of motion, search, spot, swim. There isn't a sneak.
Move silently.
Oh, okay. What?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
new
yeah,
friend
yeah,
in the afterlife. Woo.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Don't take an account for heavy armor. So you got an 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think you get perhaps. Let's see. Around 40 feet. And that's when the rabbit kind of perks up, looks towards you. And, you can tell that, the rabbit has, like, its heartbeat is, like, jumped up and it's, like, about to run. And it's on edge. What do you want to do?
Great. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna have a leaf and point it out to it.
You want to try to feed it?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check. Be right at the top there.
Is that a no or is it a praise? Because it just shows a praise and then it starts with B.
Oh, fuck. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Might be thinking of something else.
Breath.
Oh, yeah, they don't have animal handling in this. Oh, handle animal. Handle animal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Charisma.
Ooh.
One nat 20.
Damn, okay. So, the rabbit, you seem very trustworthy. It comes and hops over to you. It will, slowly make its way and looks up at you, looks at the leaf, and, it does a hop, and it does this for the last, 10 to 5 feet, and eventually it'll start nibbling on this leaf that you have.
Damn it, now I don't want to kill it. I was thinking of being like the most chaotic way where it's just like save it, feed it, pet it, snap its neck.
But such a
But
cute
nah.
rabbit.
It's a cute rabbit. It's going to be the Doom guy. It's gonna be Daisy now. I just feed the rabbit and just pet it.
Okay. Yeah, I think with in 21 you can slowly pet it and its ears go back, and as you know, there's a little bit of fear, but you've shown that you're quite trusting.
As a father, I am always trusting. I'm literally a dead person.
And the rabbit, yeah, you pet the rabbit. It will eventually, probably start to hop off, looking back at you. And then slowly looks away and hops away.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, alright, fine then. I guess you didn't want to be in a relationship then. No, I was kidding. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna get pelts today, but yeah, I'm gonna go to the keep heading on to the village.
Okay.
Vial.
Get to Ordvale. What is in Ordvale? Kira, you are not worthy of animal companionship.
No. I mean, I was able to have a bunny come up to me. I was trying to kill it, and then it looked up to me, and then I was just like, okay, well, if I attack it, it's gonna run because there's no damn chance I don't have a spear, neither a bow. I don't think attack it, it's gonna run because there's no damn chance I don't have a spear, neither a bow. I don't think attack it, it's gonna run. And yeah, I was gonna be like, alright, cool, might as well just feed it.
Yeah. There's no way I'll make it.
Look, it's 40 feet.
So, you get to Ordvale. I have nothing for Ordvale, apparently.
A ghost town.
Ghost. That or... Oh, maybe... Interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, in this, there are about 2 inns, but there are no taverns.
Only 2 inns and no tavern.
Yeah.
There's no adventuring board then, right?
No.
Actually, there could be.
No.
Maybe
Like in the tavern, like they would have like something like little, jobs. That would be the closest thing to a adventurer's board.
I'll go to that job listing. Get an interview.
Nice. You can check it out. And I think before you start checking it out, I think we will end this here, and we can, continue doing like background stuff in a later date.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See if Sahar is here.
Absolutely.
Hey. You know what I should have done? I should have have kept Final Fantasy in the background, so I would have not have waited that queue.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah, at least we know now our backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Sahar is.
But at least it's a start.
Yeah, Sahar's is more of like it's very obscured, extremely obscured because it comes. His background is more. It comes from like this mystery that just isn't around anymore. You know, there's no history of that era. That's basically what's going on.
He's no longer alive, but no longer dead.
The world was much bigger and a lot flatter.
Yeah, that's what you know.
Oh, you're a flat earther then.
Flat earther.
Have you zoomed out and looked at the world map as of late? It looks kind of flat to me.
Oh, you know what they say, sir? This is a piece of paper. You know, maybe you're right.
Yeah. Anyways.
I mean, the north kind of just like cuts off in a straight line.
Everything is appearing like if everything's perfect lining. God damn it, the lobby servers are not working.
Oof. Feels bad, man. Yeah, otherwise we can continue this if there's ever, other people who are not around, and we could continue doing this until we're happy with a nice little story.
Don't worry, I'll drop out next time so Roxanne can make her own backstory.
There you go.
Please don't. I kind of like the fight thing. But I do like that we did something versus nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Would have been funny if we were like, oh yeah, today's D&D is gonna be like we're gonna be now level 20s just fighting an endless horde. We're doing a one shot.
Do I get to build my own level 20?
No, it would just be us, but like level 20s as a little side adventure.
You guys are completely forgetting that I can create a god
Yeah, as a level
by
20.
level
yeah.
15.
see, about that, I don't think I would allow that, personally. It just doesn't fit in my world. Like, just...
Yeah.
But...
I mean, it'd be a dragon god.
Mm-hmm.
You'll kill
It
every
would
single
be.
person.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's possible. Level 20 character, I would do a level 20 artificer.
Oh, yeah?
And I'd create a forge, pump out war forge on the battlefield.
Okay.
Or, I don't know. A level 20 one-shot just, it doesn't hold the same want, because the whole purpose of a level 20 character is everything you've done up till then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, personally, the highest I personally like to start off, when you start off a character, is level 3. You should never start off higher than level 3, because then you missed a lot of your character development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
that makes
literally had
sense.
a level 15 warlock that was able to summon 7 familiars and all use shocking grasp. And it was pretty funny because I kept doing that to my party.
Also, I've never done a point. I've always done the 4d6, reroll ones, keep your 3 highest.
I did the D20 roll.
Oh, yeah.
that could suck.
Yes, it could suck, but I got really lucky and I got average.
Oh, that's good.
Except my intelligence. My intelligence was like literally a 5.
So, I thought we were secrets in the dark.
We are. We hunt in the night.
Oh.
Well,
Oops.
he has the video listed as the Australian saga.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
Did you
whoops.
decide to change our campaign name?
No, that's a whoops.
He betrayed us. We're actually being a part. We're crossing campaigns against the others. We're fighting against them.
What level are they? Because I don't want to fight them.
They're like level 3.
They're a few level. They're a level ahead of us.
Yeah, they're about to level up here pretty soon.
It'd be
Hey,
funny
and
if we-
they're down a character, so right now would be a good time.
Oh yeah, they're down in character.
That would be funny. That would be funny if just all of a sudden it's just like, hey, what time you guys wanna D&D on Sunday? And we're just like, same time, I guess. It's just like, is it alright if we move it to like 2 or like 3 in the afternoon? And we're like,
I
okay.
think they, well, the Durian Saga, I believe, don't they all work nights?
Yeah, a lot of them do. It's a
Probably
really,
early.
it's a really crazy schedule for them. Because it just works.
Yeah. I understand. I mean, I work nights as well. I worked last night.
Oh yeah.
I literally work from 3 p.m., which is basically fucking in 2 hours to fucking 1 in the morning.
Hmm.
Hey, you know what though? Congrats.
How dare you?
It means you're not suffering from COVID anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna maybe watch some anime or something, or
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep because I need the nappies.
yeah, no problem, man.
Otherwise, I'm gonna die inside when I go to work.
Yeah, get that sleep, man.
Alright,
I'll let you do that.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you around.
Yeah, you have a great night.
Thanks, man. Alright, guys. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go cook something, get something to eat, I think. And then I might stream Final Fantasy later. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. But we'll see. Anime, food. Otherwise, we'll see you guys around. Bye. Okay, let's... Thanks for everyone who's watching. If you are on Twitch, hit that follow button if you aren't already followed. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Also hit the like button, etc. We'll see you guys around, and thank you everyone for watching. This has been Dungeons and Dragons. Bye-bye, matane. Nice. That's the outro. Okay. Well, let's see if we can raid someone. You guys want to raid someone? Yeah, let's raid someone. Who we got here? Raido. Oh. Oh wow, I almost know nobody. Oh, I could. Alright, I will raid Jose Curvo. Jose Curvo. raid. Okay. He is building Gundams, it looks like. So, say hi to Jose. And thanks for everyone who's watching. Bye-bye.
Y'all come with the rain, jeez, man. What's going on, dude? D&D? Are you playing D&D?